Hello everyone and welcome. A few weeks ago we showed an automated furnace farm where we used a lot of new features that we haven't explained yet. In this video we'll talk about them in detail. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments or join the Discord chat to chat with us. In the video we show a couple of things that work together. The portable crate and a new recipe that we add on Orbitech. If we use burned logs on a salvager's bench, we can get charcoal, as we can see here. Then, if we get this charcoal and put it on the portable crate and break it, the portable crate will contain the charcoal inside. If we place it again on the wall, we can see the charcoal is still there. If we combine this with a new item called the magic funnel, which we'll explain now, the items will go out and the chute will take it to the furnace connected to it. Portable crates are available in every cloth color, and when placed in the walls, if you interact with right click using a cloth that has a different color than the original portable crate, it will change its color. It's important to know that the content of the portable crate will remain always the same, even if you change the color. If you pick it up, you still have the items inside. This also works if you break it on creative, so don't be afraid of breaking portable crates. They will always drop even if you are on creative mode. For example, if I break it here, the contents stay the same. In this case, I can duplicate items because I am on creative and the portable crate still has the content inside. If we now place this portable crate on the magic funnel, it will take its content out and the conveyor belt will take the ores to the furnace. Here, the magic funnels are only taking the desired ores because they are using this filter right here, which is called a projector. A copper projector, like we see here, only has one slot, and right now it's only allowing the pass of copper or allowing the pass of iron. As we can see here, then the copper goes into the furnace, smelting and going to the cage. The cage gets the items because a chute is connected to the furnace directly and also to the crate. Same happens here with the iron, which is smelting, goes through the tube and then goes to the crate. Portable crates can store any item except other portable crates that are loaded with items. If we take, for example, this portable crate with ores inside and we place it inside the portable crate, when breaking it, we will see that two portable crates are dropped, the original one and the one that was contained on the original one. So you cannot stack infinitely portable crates, you can only have regular items inside of it. Now let's take a look at chutes. Chutes come in different shapes. For example, this one is an L shape, which takes items from top and drops them on the side. When connected to another container, it will drop items on the container directly. If you put, for example, we take this portable crate and we put it on top of the chute, it will take the items from the inside of the container and will put it on the other container. If we do the same, take this. If we do the same, but there is no container available, it will drop the containers in the wall, the items in the wall, sorry. If we place a block blocking the output position, the chute, it will only take the items but won't drop them. The chutes only have one slot. Since the chute is already filled with one item, it won't take more items. If we break this block, it will now drop everything inside. If we take this chute and we place it on the builder's workbench, we can see all the shapes available for chutes. There is something to have in mind when using chutes. All chutes tend to go down. If we place, for example, this chute with a T form and we break this block over here, if we drop a block on the side of the chute, it will take the item and drop it to the bottom. If we do the same on the other side, it will drop it also on the bottom. There is only one chute that drops items to the sides and is the original one that we showed, which is the L form. Every single chute, but the L form only because it has one output. It drops items downwards to the bottom because it's affected by gravity. Now let's take a look at projectors. Projectors work as filters. If we put an aquastone here, for example, and we drop an aquastone, it's gonna accept the aquastone. But if we drop a cracked basalt, for example, it won't accept the cracked basalt because it's filtering only for aquastone. If we take an essence of the void and right click the projector, we will upgrade the projector, and now it's on a corrupted state which blocks the filter. In this case, because we have aquastone here, it now will block every aquastone and accept everything else. Now it's accepting basalt because it's blocking aquastone. We can see it here. There are three types of projectors: the copper projector, the refined projector, and the golden projector. The copper projector, as we just saw, only filters items with one slot available. The refined projector has 4 slots available, which allows us to combine filters. For example, if we place basalt and aquastone, now it will accept both, but it won't accept the essence of the void, for example. If we now upgrade this projector with the essence of the void, it will now block both the cracked basalt and the aquastone. And if we drop an essence of the void, it will be picked up. But if we drop aquastone or cracked basalt, it won't take any. Note that you can remove upgrades from the projectors using the range. If you hit it, boom, now the upgrade is removed and now it's allowing items again. The golden projector can be a little bit tricky to use or understand because it filters by resource types. To use it correctly, you will require to have deep knowledge of the game and the internal reference of the items you are filtering. For example, the item crate has a resource type assigned for item crates. If we now try to drop basalt or aquastone, it won't get filtered. But the essence of the void, for example, has no resource type assigned, which means it will always be accepted because there is no resource type to filter. It is always accepted. This is useful if you want to block resource type. For example, with the example of item crates, if we come over here and get this crate and we put it here, the insides of the crate are gonna be emptied into the connected crate, and then if we break the item crate, it's not gonna get picked because it's blocked by the resource type projector, which allows us to load and unload item crates without them going into our filters or our systems. There is another upgrade for the projectors available using Lightning Essence, which allows us to hide the items that we are filtering. If we place another item here, we upgrade the projector and the item doesn't show anymore. This is used because you can, if your PC is not good enough, for example, or you rather not display the items for aesthetics, you can use this essence to hide the items. If you still want to know what items are being filtered, you can use the magic goggles, which are here. The magic goggles are available in 8 different colors, one for each crystal available in the game. If we get, for example, the white ones, and we check on the projector, we can see that the item is displayed as long as we see the projector. Same happens with the rest. As you can see, the magic goggles not only work with the projectors, but they show a little UI saying that the upgrades of the lightning and the void are active. If we press with the branch, both upgrades are gonna be dropped, and now this is on false. The magic goggles can also be used to display the information of other components of the mod. For example, we can see here that the conveyor belt is telling us if it's processing something, its blocked, its speed, its RPM, and the power consumption on the network. There is a special type of magic goggle that is for developers. In Orbitech, we believe that creating new content should be easy and accessible, and we developed a few tools for other modders to have it easy when developing. For example, if we now take a look at the conveyor belt, we can see that more information is displayed. For example, the orientation and the rotation of the block. This will be useful to set up the connections of the items that you create that can connect to other kinetic systems, such as cogwheels, for example. The developer magic goggles are not available in survival, and you must get them via command. Chutes also automatically filter items when connected to a processing bench. For example, in this furnace, only charcoal and ores are accepted. So, if we take charcoal and other ores, if we drop them here, they will automatically be accepted and put as fuel. And if we put copper, they will be automatically accepted. But if we drop, for example, an essence of the void, which cannot be processed on a furnace, it won't be taken by the chute automatically. You don't need to set up a filter manually for the furnaces or other processing benches to accept the items that you need. Last but not least, the conveyor belts, when getting items, can drop the items with a little bounce. If they don't find a new conveyor belt in front of them or it's not blocked, they will drop the items and they will do a little jump that chutes, for example, can take. Depending on the tier of the conveyor, which is, by the way, there are three. This is heavy height conveyor belts, medium height conveyor belts, and light height conveyor belts. Each one of them has a maximum speed, and depending on the speed of the conveyor, they will drop items further or shorter. For example, since the heavy height has a lot of more speed available because it has up to 10 different speeds, you can control more precisely where the items are dropped. The medium height has less speeds available, so it's a little bit harder to control where the speeds are dropping items. And the light leather, since it has way less speed available, it will drop items further, making it a little bit more hard to control, but more accessible for low speeds and dropping items further. There is a lot to learn and to explore, and I hope this video helped you to understand a few components that are added on Orbitech. Feel free to comment or join the Discord to ask more questions about this or other topics related to Orbitech, and we will be happy to answer and discuss everything. If you have any suggestions, also feel free to write them on the comments or on the Discord server. See you!